Hello everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, where, as promised, our goal is to start in on the first DLC pack, which I think Karen has for us straight away.
Clive.
Okay, it's a new dialogue option. Yes, Echoes of the Fallen was the first one released, so I'm going to assume it's the one that you're supposed to play first. Aside from that, the only thing I know is that this is the point in the story where it has unlocked, so I assume it is the correct time to do it.
Is something the matter, Karen? You seem perturbed.
Don't know. How clever of you to notice. But yes, something's come to my attention, and I'll be damned if I know what to make of it.
Go on.
It's probably quicker if I just show you. Here.
Some sort of crystal. Though, I don't remember seeing one that color before.
Aye, well, that makes two of us. In all my long years of trading, both over and under the counter, I've never seen anything quite like it. They're calling them dusk crystals, on account of colour.
I see. And they could be used to cast magics.
That they can. Just like their brighter, shinier cousins. Difference is, they don't last as long. After a couple of goes lighting your pipe, they crumble away to nothing. That's how I heard about them. From crystal traders moaning that someone's been flooding the market with dodgy goods. And after asking the right people the right questions, and paying the right price, of course, I managed to get my hands on a sample.
I see why you're perturbed.
I hope. Do you feel that, Clive?
Yes.
All right, lads, that'll do for today. I said that'll do for today.
Yes, Chief. Yes, Chief.
Let's get this lot back to town, fill our purses and then our bellies. What did you two do now?
Please tell us you bought another lantern.
Stay calm, both of you. Who needs a lantern when you've got one of these? All that work for a single spark. Well, there'll be no more sampling the merchandise today.
That sounded close, Chief. Really close. Really, really close.
Now, lads, what am I always telling you? Good things come to those who run!
Wait for us, Chief!
I've never felt a tremor this far inland before.
Me neither. But then I'd never seen skies like these till a few moons ago, and it's been all change ever since. Come to think of it, the first anyone ever heard of these dust crystals was after you lot came back from the Dominion and brought this bloody weather with you.
Do you think the two things are connected?
Who knows? Could just be that with Drake's tail gone, the black market was running short of the good stuff. The Dominion's mines were the only source of new shards left in Storm after a certain evil outlaw decided to do away with the other mothers. And with the price of decent crystals going through the roof, traders turned to dealing in stuff they'd never have touched before.
The question is, who's selling these crystals and where are they? Wait. This color. They couldn't be from Origin, could they? No, that wouldn't make sense. I saw it form in the sky, and that was long after we returned from the Dominion. But if they didn't come from Origin or any of the other mother crystals, then... does that mean...
that you missed one? Aye. That were my thinking any road. Another mother crystal we didn't know about.
I'll speak with Joshua. If you're right about this, we need to find it.
And quick, I'd say. On account of which, I'll take this shard over to Tomes for you. Get him to give it a once-over, case it rings any bells.
Right. Thank you.
And I expect you'll be wanting Jill's help with this, too.
Right again. I will. Let me go and find Joshua, and we'll meet you in the shelves.
Also, Karen, Tomes is like right up the stairs to my left. I can just drop off the crystal. It's fine. It's really not out of my way. Quest destinations for Echoes of the Fallen are indicated with a purple icon. After accepting the quest, current objectives are displayed in the to-do list on the right-hand side of the screen. These will temporarily replace main scenario objectives. If you wish to restore main scenario objectives to the to-do list, you can do so on the Journal tab. Well, our goal is to focus in on Echoes of the Fallen, so let's go forward. Actually, let me just check very quickly, because sometimes they'll have auxiliary, like, content, or, like, chat.
What are you still doing here?
Dialogue.
What?
Like I told you, I don't know where these dust crystals are coming from, but I know who might. You go and fetch your brother and meet us in the shells. And be quick about it.
Best of luck.
Joshua, we need to talk. Karen's caught wind of something that I don't think we can afford to ignore.
Aye. That is troubling. Not least because the Undying made no mention of these dusk crystals in any of their recent reports.
So they weren't aware of them either?
Perhaps. Or perhaps they merely deemed them unworthy of my attention. Wrongly, I might add, for I am inclined to share Lady Karen's misgivings.
Then we'd better take her advice and consult Hippocrates forthwith.
To the shelves, then. With our combined insight, I'm sure we'll discern something of use, be it no more than a place to start.
Let's hope so.
There you are. I've taken the liberty of telling these two everything I told you.
Thank you, Karen.
It's hard to believe such a lusterless shard could conjure much of anything. And you truly think this came from a mother crystal? One we never knew existed?
Every other shard in the Twins did. Why should these dusk crystals be any different? Dim though they may be.
We know they first appeared on the black market shortly after Ultima cast Primogenesis, darkening the skies. So might the two be connected? Could the spell have created a new mother crystal, perhaps? A replacement for the ones we destroyed?
What do you think, Hippocrates?
I think there may well be a connection. Yet, if we are to believe that the original mother crystals were of Ultima's making, does it seem likely that he would have need of anything so palpably inferior? No. I hazard that it was not Ultima who created these crystals, but humanity. More specifically, our fallen forebears, whose wonders litter the land even now. Legend holds that the fallen challenged the gods in order to win their power, and came tantalizingly close to doing so. It seems only reasonable that they should wish to learn the secrets of the crystals which the gods bestowed upon them.
So they could make their own.
Precisely. You may recall that the tale of the sins of Zemeckis begins with the colloquy of the sages, a council wherein humanity sought to uncover the last secrets of the gods before waging their war to learn what little remained. It is perfectly possible that an understanding of how to craft crystals was among their many achievements.
Among their many achievements prior to their fall.
Indeed. The same enlightened souls forged great and terrible weapons called the iconoclasts, from which icons derived their name, and turned them against each other in the Magitech War. A pointless conflict which served only to make its victors more confident of their right to supplant the gods on high. And when at last they ventured to do so, the resultant imbalance in the ether is said to have been so great that the skies themselves turned black and began to boil. The first recorded arcane sky, I suspect. Which brings us back to the matter at hand. It is my belief that these shards are the product of a long-slumbering Magitech mother crystal, stirred to life by a similar etheric upheaval to the one which accompanied its creator's fall.
There's only one way to know for sure. We track down whoever's selling them and find their source. Karen, where did you buy this one?
Down in Port Isolde when I was scratching around for supplies. Since the Imperials buggered off and took the tariffs with them, you can find all sorts of interesting stuff on the docks. Go and have a chat with the mercenaries guarding the gates. Your uncle's got some good lads there. You know when to keep a watchful eye and when to turn a blind one. Oh, and take the crystal with you. Might be your key to the underworld.
Thank you. I will.
Shall we then, brother?
I'm coming too. If there is another mother crystal out there and it's anything like the others, you'll need all the help you can get.
I was hoping you'd say that. One more time then. Together.
As far as I know, we can just go directly there. Let's hit up the map. Yeah, there are a couple side quests that have not yet been pursued, but I figured after last episode this would be a great chance to go forward with the first DLC. Few are the days when the air about the city's piers is not alive with the barks of busy stevedores? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Loading and unloading vessels hailing from all corners of the realm and beyond.
Slow down! Not bloody likely!
Fuck me. They're fast on their feet. What's going on here, I wonder?
What indeed? Let's ask.
Hey, what's going on here? You've reached a pivotal moment in Echoes of the Fallen. If you continue, you will not be able to return. Proceed. Yes.
Excuse me. Who were those men just now?
Bloody troublemakers, that's who. As soon as I asked them to present their packs for inspection, they turned white as a sheet and legged it. I chased them all away from the gates, but they're swift as hares. Still, at least we kept the bastards out. Don't need their kind stirring up any more strife.
And what manner of strife have they been stirring up exactly?
Hey? Are you joking? This business with the crystals?
Sorry, we've been away for a while. What's been going on?
All right, I'll humor you. After the paltry rations the Imperials left behind dried up, folks started trading crystals out in the open. We turned a blind eye at first. Lord Byron's orders. Way he saw it, it weren't right to deny people the one thing they were all clamoring for. Till the dust started turning up, that is. Dusk crystals, they're called. Ill-favored shards that crack as soon as you look at them. Not that the folk who bought them by the bucket load knew that. And they were baying for blood when they found out. In the end, his lordship had to step in and ban the blasted things. And we've been searching the pack of every trader who's darkened our gates ever since.
I see. And you think the men you were pursuing might have been trading in these dusk crystals?
Why? You in the market for some? Anyway, I wouldn't rule it out. In fact, I put a few gil on it.
We might still be able to catch them.
We might.
If you are heading up that way, you want to keep your sword handy. It's more than dodgy traders plying the roads these days.
Understood. We'll be careful.
If those men were selling dusk crystals, I think it unlikely that they will risk returning to Port Isolde.
Which means this might be our only chance of catching them.
What I was about to say is, if we're going to catch anybody, feels like chocobos. In Swiss Family Robinson, one of the kids rode on an ostrich, if I remember correctly, and when I was young, I thought that was so cool. Like, I so wanted to do that.
There's another one.
Still no sign of those traders, though.
No. I just hope we haven't lost them.
These blimmin' tremors are scaring off all our customers.
The few that weren't scared off by the skies, you mean?
Perhaps one of those merchants has seen something. Forgive me, but did you happen to see 3 men in robes pass this way?
Yeah, I seen them. Poor bastards.
What do you mean?
A gang of nasty-looking brutes was on their trail.
Caught up with them just up the road. Screaming at them they were. Your crystals are your lives and all that. Only the daft buggers kept their crystals and legged it.
In which direction, out of interest?
Up that way.
Towards the Old Hill docks. If it's help they seek there, they won't find any. But perhaps they might find a place to hide.
Let's hope so. And then we can find them before their pursuers do. Thank you. And please, take care on the road. Come on. They're no good to us dead.
Lead the way, brother.
At only 110 meters here, it's not really worth mounting up. Especially if Clive is going to hit that just sort of arbitrary speed boost where it really gets hauling.
Turn the whole place upside down if you have to. They're here somewhere.
So the bandits haven't found them either. There's still time.
I saw one person go off that way and 3 off this way, so why don't we go see if we can...
Lord Rosfield sent his sellswords, did he?
It's a brawl with brigands, brother.
Right. Let's focus on following trains.
Don't think I can go on. Chief, neither. All right, this should be far enough.
Chief? They've found us.
It's getting so a man can't even catch his fucking breath.
Gentlemen, a word. We understand you've been selling some crystals.
And like I told you, thieving mates, you're not fucking getting them. So you could take your massive sword and shove it.
I'm sure I could, but we're not thieves.
Over here. I can smell the one who shat himself.
If you've got a plan, Chief, tell us you've got a plan.
Of course I've got a bloody plan. Good things and all that. Let's start again, shall we? You say you're interested in the crystal trade?
Not exactly. In actual fact, we were hoping to talk about this.
Is that all? Well, then I know just how to help. If you're after the short shifter, he's over here!
Are you mad?
Slippery little pricks. Clinkers on the ground, quick as you like.
Gentlemen, you've got it all wrong. Do we look like merchants? He's the one you want. Just look at what he's got in his hand.
What? Him?
Wait, I'm not.
Do let us know if you need any more help.
They won't get far, Clive.
No, but they'll wish they had.
I'll carve you like a suckling pig and feed you to your fucking dogs!
Kind of you to think of him.
Oh, we gotta take out the Hilo. Hold on. I am trying to take out the guys that do the healing, and I've so far been very, very good at getting them mixed up with the other dudes. Okay, some guy in a robe. There we go. I pressed so many buttons trying to dodge that, by the way. None of the correct ones. I'm not convinced I'm hitting anybody with that.
Did you see which way they went?
North. Making for 3 reads at a guess. After them. If they reach the swamps, we'll never pick up their trail.
Nope.
Good girl. There was something odd about those 3. They seemed less like merchants and more like...
charlatans? One might argue that a merchant is naught but a mummer without his motley.
Then why am I not amused?
Clive chose to take that conversation at a lower trot speed, so that's why it suddenly sped up as soon as it was done.
What did he find, boy?
Clive, judging by the state of the ground, a lot more passed this way than our 3 charlatans.
Another group of bandits?
I doubt they'd leave this crystal behind. Regardless, we're on the right track. Let's pick up the pace.
All right, generally speaking, I'm avoiding some...
risk stopping at Martha's Rest, would they?
Not if they hope to pass unnoticed.
Then we better stick to the swamps.
I'm hoping to skip some optional fights here if there's no benefit in fighting these guys. And also, generally, I don't like fighting the chocobos that aren't bothering anybody. No, guys, we're cool. We're cool. Don't worry about it. Hey, everybody, we don't have to do that. Unless Bluebird really wants to make an issue out of it. You sure? Like, you can just go back to where you came from.
All right, lads. I think we finally lost them.
Then think again.
Fuck. Persistent bastards, I'll give them that. Friends, I knew those louts were no match for you.
But of course you did. Because you know what we're capable of, don't you? Now, you deal in crystal. Dusk crystal. And we want to know where you got it. So you're going to tell us.
Let's assume for a moment that we are the merchants you're looking for. Why would we tell you where we procure our stock? What kind of shepherd leads a wolf straight to...
Are they getting worse?
Clive, the tower.
Well, that's new.
That's impossible.
Yeah, Chief. Do you think someone else got into the tower?
Quiet, you daft sot!
And what would they find there if they did?
I wouldn't know. I've never been there. Echoes, maybe? Or fallen rubbish? I really couldn't say. The entrance is sealed tight. No way in.
And how would you know that? If you've never been there?
Look, Behind you! An Akashic monster!
If you think I'm going to fall for another one of your cheap tricks...
Clive, trouble.
What? Oh.
Wait, don't you dare!
I don't think Martha would appreciate that thing on her doorstep.
Probably not. Let them run then. I have an idea where they'll be heading anyway. This shouldn't take too long.
Oh, I was really hoping to bait him into jumping into the ice crystal for me. Oh, whoops. One thing I like about this move is that time basically stops, like the timer and stuff is all implied to be happening in like a fraction of a second.
Well, that was ill-timed.
But at least we know what was chasing the merchants.
That's twice we've saved them now.
I don't see anyone. I've had enough of bandits and beasts, Chief. Can't we just go home?
And let those thieving pricks march in and take what's ours?
What's ours? Oh, no. You don't mean...
The dusk crystals, aye. Halleck? Marnik? We're going back to that tower if it's the last thing we do.
But the lights, Chief. What about the lights?
First you whine about it being too dark, then you whine about it being too light. Think about how easy it'll be to mine now.
And you're sure they're bound for the tower? When they aren't running away from trouble, they're running towards it.
Do you know anything of the place, Joshua?
Alas, not. I have seen it labeled Sage Spire on some maps, but beyond that, The ruins are no different from any other fallen derelict. Another impenetrable relic of the past.
Not so impenetrable, apparently. Our friends plainly found a way in.
They could be living there, like we do in the Invincible.
Well, the tower is unquestionably large enough to hide 3 merchants. But is it large enough to hide what we seek?
A mother crystal.
It would go some way to explain why the area was among the first in Rosaria to fall to the Blight.
Then it's settled. We head to Eastpool and make our approach from the dim. To think there could have been a mother crystal here in Rosaria all this time. The wars that could have been avoided.
We still don't know what's in there, Clive. But whatever it is, there is a good reason it has gone unnoticed for so long. The tower sits atop a jagged ridge. Few have ever had occasion to pick their way through the rocks, even before the Blight swallowed them.
Okay, time out, because we might have a fast travel point. Let me go to local map. Alright, and let's just stop in here, just in case she's got any dialogue. I suspect it'll be about, what is it, Eastpool and the people living there, but never hurts to stop in and just check in with an old friend.
Just about surviving, are you?
Apparently she's got lots of topics for us.
When I was a little girl...
My family owned a bearer. They let her sleep in a corner of the barn and had her play with me and teach me letters. We never ate together or slept under the same roof, but even so, she was like family. I was with her on the day she died. She held me in her arms and whispered in my ear, "My darling Martha, I'm so glad you didn't awaken." It was only years later that I found out that she wasn't just a servant. She was my grandmother. You've got to be kidding me on this. Sorry, some of these stories about how people's lives are changed simply by being discovered as bearers, just like, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but we'll move on.
My grandmother.
And I watched her die in the corner of the barn on a pile of old straw. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do her voice or whatever.
I swore then and there.
I was going to do everything in my power to bring an end to all this, to never stop fighting until the day when bearers can live free, just like she deserved to. And you know what? When I see that glint in your eyes, I reckon that day might be coming along sooner than I dare to hope. Weren't long after Rosalith got ransacked by that Sir Wade and his men. Got ransacked? That Sir Wade and his men turned up at our gates begging for shelter. I was halfway through that sentence like, wait a second, but Sir Wade didn't ransack anything. He came to help, so...
Put the wind right up us.
It did. The state of them, all dressed in filthy rags. We were worried they might be cutthroats come to thieve and pillage. But some of the folks they'd helped escape from the capital recognized them and set us right.
And thank goodness they did.
I couldn't have dreamed of better guests than the Guardians. The way they took the bearers under their wing and taught the Blood Axes how to fight like true shields of Rosaria. And when night fell, and they'd all gather around the bonfire to sing songs of the old duchy, why, it was enough to bring a tear to your eye.
Like being back in the glory days.
It was. With them, the knights in shining armor come riding to the rescue.
Half of me wishes they hadn't left.
For Eastpool. Why not go as far as Fort Eastpool? Give us at least that much line. But the other half knows they're better off up there, and they're only a stone's throw away if we need them. And we're just down here if they ever need us, because that's what Rosaria's about. Not preening knights and mooning maidens, but proud, hard-working men and women helping each other out.
It ain't exactly a bed of roses.
Right now, we've got ether floods cropping up all over and new arrivals turning up at the gates near enough every day, begging for us to take them in. Ever since the skies turned, it's been a struggle just to survive, but you won't hear any of us complaining. Not least because we're finally free of the Empire's grip. The garrison's been pulled back east, and the few remaining Black Shields have gone with them. Which also means we don't have to fear for our bearers no more. We can even treat them like the human beings they are, just like they're doing up in Eastpool.
And that's just the start.
And if we make a good go of Eastpool, it will show the rest of the realm that you can live without magic, without slaves, that we can all be free.
Stop by for an ale any time, eh?
The thing is, Martha, I don't know that all of it, or even most of it, is born out of doubting that you could live without slaves and magic. I think that some people just want to have slaves. I think that there's some people that just, it's not that they want to live in peaceful coexistence with others. They have to put somebody down. They have to lord over somebody else. It's just in their nature, and they can't be reasoned with out of it.
Don't tell me. You're bound for the dim. Only you wouldn't be the first. Not long after the tower lit up, a party of 3 men in robes arrived demanding passage through the gate. I told them they'd be dead before they got halfway up the mountain, but they weren't having none of it.
And, well, wait, who were those 3 men to demand anything of the people from Eastpool?
We had no idea what
Hey, Wade.
It's always good to see you in Eastpool, my lord.
Hey, Wade, what do you know about Wade?
Had you told me?
Back in Rosalith, that one day I'd be in charge of my own village, I'd have thought it a jest, and a poor one at that. But here I am, nonetheless. The trouble is, I've known naught but the axe since I was old enough to stand, and while it may have saved my neck on occasion, it's ill-suited for tilling fields and building troughs.
Truth be told,
my lord, I've spent so much of my life fighting that I've never really learned how to live.
So that's what I'm doing now?
Or trying to, at least. Fortunately, Martha's always close by should I need her, which is more often than I'd like to admit. In case you're wondering if this means I've given up fighting for Rosaria, the truth is, I've never stopped.
Eastpool is the duchy.
And in restoring the village, we begin to restore the country. It all starts here.
Driving back the horde was easy.
But now, I'm honestly surprised it didn't start. It didn't go. Hi, I'm almost surprised that the dialogue didn't go to driving back the horde was. But now comes the hard part: surviving. It doesn't help that the bearers here are accustomed to using their gifts for everything, having spent their lives being forced to do so in service to their masters. Before they joined us, most had never worked with their hands, let alone a plow.
Not that they're lazy.
Of course. Quite the opposite. It's just that they're going to need some time to learn the basics before they're ready to man a storehouse or stable. And we certainly can't have them harming themselves using magics to achieve what a few blows of the hammer might. I am a big fan of Wade. I mean, I always have been, but like, yeah, let's not have them shortening their own lives just to avoid, a normal amount of regular labor. Besides which, every crystalline storm might be cracked, but the blight's ever spreading.
No.
It's time we went back to relying on our own 2 hands, just like the Founder did. You and your friends at the Hideaway have shown us all it can be done. Now it's just a matter of doing it. Not many shields escaped the Empire's seal that night at Phoenix Gate, yet those few of us who did swore then, But yet those few of us who did swore then and there that we would win back our home, no matter how long it took. That though would prove to be easier said than done, especially in those early days when all who remained loyal to your father's throne were hunted more mercilessly than bandits. In the eyes of the Empire, we were outlaws, and we, for our part, embraced the role to better hide ourselves. The better to hide ourselves.
Eventually, though.
We were found. Though not by the Emperor's men, but by your Uncle Byron. I still remember his words. Proud shields of the duchy and heirs to the good Archduke Elwyn's legacy, I, Lord Byron Rosfield, pledge both axe and abetance, that together we might see our nation rise once again from the ashes.
And while he has yet to lend his axe,
he has always been most generous in his patronage, despite the considerable risk inherent in our association. That generosity has seen us through many a dark day, ensuring our flame never went out.
And now?
With your help, my lord, and that of sympathetic souls like Martha, it finally feels as if we're starting to make a difference. Yet there's much to do, for while the Empire's grip on our home is weaker than it was, the wounds left by nigh on 2 decades of Imperial rule will not be quick to mend.
If we are to heal,
we can no longer simply guard the flames of our forebears, but fan it. and that it might spread to the hearts of our brothers and sisters, and then the duchy shall truly rise again.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
That's it. Nice forward.
Wade is a really good guy. I think that he is doing his best. I think I've talked about this at some previous point. He's doing his best to restore the land to something resembling the law and order that he is most familiar with, but hopefully with a much better deal for bearers in the balance. From where I'm coming from, I would like him to consider maybe moving towards a system of government that isn't based on hereditary rule, and instead one that is more born out of the will of the people. I think that that's probably an extremely foreign concept in this land.
Are those goblins? What are they doing in the Deadlands?
Look what they're carrying. I don't recall ever hearing of goblins using fallen relics as weapons.
Well, they certainly aren't welcoming gifts.
Clive, remember where we are.
No magic. Right. They're even uglier up close.
So although they are talking about this like it's something that they've covered previously, I suddenly can't do any of the iconic magic, any of that.
I'll manage.
Oh, I can't even do his teleport. Please, Phoenix Dash.
Enough.
Let's hope that was the last of them.
Indeed. I'd almost forgotten what it was like to have to rely on steel alone.
Clive, chill. You may want to see this.
What?
It was open when I found it.
Someone was in a hurry. 3 guesses as to who.
Then this must be their way into the tower.
There's only one way to find out.
The Sage Spire in Mountuous? I don't feel like I've encountered this word before. In Mountuous silence do wintered specters watch from on high, ever reminding us how far we have climbed, how far we have fallen.
It seems somebody's woken this place up. The question is, who?
Well, I can tell you who it wasn't.
Unauthorized biometrics detected.
Someone's here.
Initializing security scan. Safety protocols disengaged.
I don't think that was someone, Clive. I think it was the tower.
Either way, it doesn't sound like we're welcome. Keep your guard up.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
I think my powers have returned. You?
The same. There's ether here. An abundance of it.
Oh. Okay, just a quick timeout because I do want to switch out our icons. Let's see. Oops. Okay, one of these is the correct button. I want to go to gear and icons. There we go. And this is probably my overall favorite. I'm kind of inclined to return to this one. That is... Oh, let's do this one for a little bit. Wait, I'm so sorry. Did I do it? Gear and icons. Yes, we're good. Okay. Wait, here we go. Yeah, since the very first tutorial battle, Clive has always been able to flame up his sword and shoot fire from his palms like that. Although they're talking about it like, oh my, you know, in this area we can't use magic, that is a completely new thing. I mean, Clive saying, I've forgotten what it's like to rely solely on steel is a little bit like Superman saying, man, I've forgotten what it was like to punch somebody. You've never had to do that as a normal boy. Escapement bit. Sorry, I'm very curious what escapement bit is. Let's just take a quick look. Escapement bit. That is reduce ability cooldown time and restores a small amount of HP regain gauge following a precision dodge. Ooh, I do this all the time. Effect potency is directly affected by the strength of the attack dodge. Oh, I really like the sound of that one. That seems really good. Like that, there's been a few different things that have come up here. Increased damage dealt by 5%, for example, but this one just sounds more fun, and I like doing the precision dodges anytime I can. Are we at a point where we're ready to take off Wages of Warcraft? Diamond Dust I did want to upgrade, and we can afford to do this. Now, is there anything else that we know of that we'd want to do? That's to master it. I don't care so much about that. Oh, upgrade Flames of Rebirth? Yeah, no, I'd want to do this, so that's another 2,300. We will continue to get more ability points. Hearthflame. Some opponents will cast the spell Hearthflame to summon a magic sphere that protects a nearby ally by dealing damage to any who come in contact with it. Enemies accompanied by Hearthflame can be identified by the B up icon above their heads. The sphere can be dispelled by attacking it, but be warned, melee strikes to the sphere will deal Clive damage, so ranged spells are recommended.
More goblins. So now we know where they got their weapons. How have they been hiding here?
Oh, that was completely... Thank you, Torgal. Does it even kill? Oh, I thought we might be able to get those two guys at the same time. Okay, Jill's got it. Don't worry.
Help me, boy. Nice try. You're a fine hand.
Don't know why I'm so bad at dodging that charge roll. I do like the shudder followed by the sort of unceremonious just split in half when those guys go down. Okay, this, despite looking very important, is not something I can touch. And I'm fairly certain we came in that way, so we're going to head towards this glowy door.
Dusk crystals everywhere.
Well, that's one mystery solved.
But there's no mother crystal.
Yet. We still have plenty of tower to explore.
Just watch where you step. I feel like this is the fantasy equivalent of getting tetanus.
I know that voice. Come on.
I gotta say, Clive, at this point, although I wouldn't, like, cheer for those guys, they seem like hapless idiots, so I wouldn't cheer for them dying, but also, they worked really, really hard to put themselves in danger.
Well, look who it is.
Defense systems engaged. Initiating sterilization lockdown.
What the hell is it talking about, Joshua?
Good things, lads. Good things. Chief!
Hey! Over here. Take your friend and get out of this place. Now!
While they run away, we do the fighting.
I think you've made it angry.
The tribal to the side of the head will do that.
Oh! Does he have a follow-up to that? Not yet. No! I don't know why I did this right now. I don't know where to go! Oh my god, hold on. I was gonna give this guy a fistful of laser for a while. No! Nope.
Not going me, boy. Needed that.
Oh, that was too much healing.
Too slow.
No! Okay, don't do that.
Needed that.
Okay, but don't be here.
That's better.
No. I really hope this finishes him.
Farewell.
Security Sentinel 503 offline. Initiating Emergency Core Relocation Protocol.
If I didn't know better, I'd say that was the heart of a mother crystal.
I knew that fallen thing was no match for you. Allow me to apologize for earlier. That was, ill-played. All born of a misunderstanding, though. Can we start again?
We don't need your apologies. We need answers. And you're going to give them to us.
I suppose you'll be wanting to know about the tower, then. As you've probably guessed, this isn't the first time we've been here. Fact is, my people have been coming to this place for centuries.
Have they now? To these ruins in particular?
Aye, well, they, talked to us, told us what this lot was all for.
And what is it for?
Well, believe it or not, the Fallen were actually using this place to make their own, mother crystal. Though, despite years of searching, all we ever found was shards.
Then, Harpocrates was right. It would seem that the Fallen did indeed acquire the god's ability to craft crystals.
I wouldn't go that far. The shards aren't exactly divine. They're not even what you'd call decent. But they're better than nothing, and nothing is what our people had before we found them. So we've been coming here ever since.
But these dust crystals have only recently appeared on the black market. What made you decide to start selling them?
The skies. Once they went dark, the crystals started growing back, till there were more than you could count. And with the mothers all cracked, anyone with anything that could muster so much as a spark had people queuing up to take their coin.
Yes, at a cost to us all. Quality apart, these crystals are no different from the ones the world has been using since the dawn of time. And it cannot continue.
No, it cannot. While this is clearly none of Ultima's doing, there can be little doubt but that it serves his cause.
Then our path is clear. So let's do what must be done.
Wait, you lot aren't thinking what I think you're thinking, are you?
Oh, I think there's a good chance we are.
But what about the tower's defenses? That thing you just fought, it won't be the last one. And the further you climb, the worse they'll get. How about we head back to Martha's before someone gets hurt, eh?
That is sound advice, which I suggest you take before someone gets hurt.
Oh, I guess we've been introduced. This is Famiel, everybody. Everybody say hello to Famiel.
Are you sure you don't want to think this over? We could talk about it outside, where it's safe.
I've never seen anything like that in here before. I swear.
I told the chief we should go home. I told him.
I just wanted to do a quick visual sweep to see if there's... I used a lot of potions in that.
The Fallen built all this. The knowledge they must have needed.
Knowledge now lost.
Okay, I kind of want to go look at that, but that looks like the correct way, or that could be the correct way. So let's go forward and just see if there's anything. Nope, this is what we've got. We can see sort of some rings spinning around in there. And pending initial information, it looks like both pathways probably just lead us forward, but I will certainly take a look around. Hey, I don't suppose the Fallen left behind any non-expired potions or high potions around. This just, I think, goes back to where we started a moment ago. I'm going to say 99% sure, yeah, so. Potion?
If this is like every other Fallen ruin,
then there'll be a lift.
The potion and a high potion. It's much appreciated.
Onward and upward.
Okay, nothing in here.
Any idea what those are?
They seem to be containers of some sort. Or perhaps...
Cages. Like some sort of twisted menagerie. But why here?
Definitely looks like a chocobo, a goblin, I think. Yes. Well, specifically the goblins that we've seen in this area, which look different from the other goblins, and then a big minotaur guy. Okay, obvious chest. Obviously not a trap of any kind. No? Okay, wow. Oh, Fallen Belt. And I think that we got a weapon off that dude as well. Let me go over to gear. So we've been using Defender +2, 340 and 340. And this is 390 and 390. This is quite the improvement. Yeah, let's go for Fallen Enforcer. Everdark was the other thing that we had, which is worse than the Defender. Fallen Enforcer is a lot better. And then we just got... Oops. Sorry. We want to go back to this. Okay. It'll be fine. Gear and icons. And then we want to go to this. And we just got Fallen Belt, which is better. Okay. Switch out for that. And then finally, I accidentally switched out our thing here. I want to have wind power again. Sure. Let's go for wind. And just remind me which one this is. Thunderstorm. Okay.
How many of these things are there?
Contaminant detected. Releasing subjects Alpha to Epsilon.
Wait, they're still alive. But this tower is more than 15 centuries old.
Oh, I lost me. Hold on. Damn it! I knew this flying guy was there, and I was trying to get to him.
If they build this place to grow crystals, why imprison creatures here?
My guess would be if crystals either are born from or siphon off ether, which is the stuff of life, and when they drain an area, that's what's causing the blight and stuff. Maybe the people that built this place figured out a way to slowly siphon off the life force of, like, cryogenically frozen creatures to grow these crystals. And then to also serve as, like, a secondary defense mechanism. There's one of the, bird-like creatures. Yeah, a couple of them. And then nothing over here.
That device. It glows just like the doors.
Okay, well, Clive, a lot of things in this environment glow, but I will take your word for it that this does seem to be an interface panel.
Development log entry 680925. Mitogenic reactor trial successful. 23 units of grade 3C crystal produced. Moving forward, all seeds fabricated from inorganic material are to be replaced with lab-grown organic specimens.
Organic specimens? So they were turning living creatures into crystals?
I'm thinking about having a potion just to be on the safe side. Oh. Come on, get up. Clive!
Let's try.
Okay, really need to deal with Griffin. Oh no!
Pressure already.
I can't believe I missed that, darn it! I really thought it was close enough to do the fire wing attack. Boy, the color palette here is very Mass Effect to me. Like the first Mass Effect, some of the areas that you'd go to.
I doubt some of the creatures in these cages have been in the palace there for 1,000 years.
Okay, that was embarrassing. Fine. Nope.
Come on.
Oof.
I needed that. Over here. Careful,
So I could really use some of the laser beam power, but we can't switch icons in the middle of the fight. Okay, who is giving this to him? Oh my goodness, I really don't like this dude. Oh, no. Who is doing that now? Ah!
Help me, boy. Pressure already. Let's try. Slow.
Yay! This guy whooped my butt. This dude right here, I mean, I think the others got in some hits, but this guy was absolutely fireballing me in the back anytime I went to do anything that wasn't pay attention to him. Yeah, forgive me for not remembering. Oh, hold on. Nourishment bit. Let's just take a quick look to see what that is. That would go in one of these. Increases HP gain potential when taking damage while automatically restoring HP regain gauge. So there's a certain amount of HP that you can regain either at or during the fight, at the end of the fight or during the fight, by having Torgal do his healing howl. And I think that this is talking about that. Increase HP regain potential when taking damage while automatically restoring HP regain gauge. It's clearly more like HP regain, but I don't quite know how to parse what it means. I think it generally allows you to regain a greater percentage of your HP that you are losing, which I have to say in this environment might go well. I feel like I'm using a lot of potions.
Of course they built more than one.
Though it appears this incarnation can fly.
Too slow.
Oh boy. It's always going to be the follow-up attacks. Okay, nope.
Nice try.
Okay, stop it. Nope.
And that makes two.
Yes, but of how many?
That depends on how determined they were to conceal their activities.
There are no fights that I can remember that I've not had a good time, but I do like to call out the ones that were particularly fun, and I just really like that guy's vibe. He was a lot of fun to fight. This could be a 6-pack of potions, I'm just saying. I would not object to this being a whole crate. Or one. One is better than none for sure. How are we doing? 7 potions is good. I think our max is 8. 2 high potions is less good. I accidentally used a high potion and then a regular potion, which was like way too much healing. Not during that fight, but during a previous one.
This is all too easy. If the tower is in control, why not simply disable the lift?
What are you suggesting, Joshua?
That it's hurting us.
Okay, why don't they just turn off the elevators is a valid question, but also, Joshua, please define easy. Tell me more about how easy this is.
Entire fleet.
I wonder if any are still capable of flight.
Mid will want to see this.
I'm trying to, like, figure out exactly what part of this is reminding me of Mass Effect, because it's not the architecture so much as, like, I feel like if this was introduced as being like a Geth temple, I'd be like, yeah, I can see that. Oh, we're definitely going over there. Mostly I feel like it's the juxtaposition between these stark white stone environments and then the more natural world on the outside. Plus there's something about the red or pinkish skies. I'm trying to remember if that was like the first place that you go in, the first Mass Effect, but there's something very evocative here. And no, I think it's just like a similar thing, not inspired by. I don't know what I'm aiming at there. Oh, yes, please. More potions. Fallen bracelets. Well, the last couple things I found out were better than what I had. Let's go to fallen bracelets. And these are, yes, a little bit better. Also, there's one other thing that we picked up there. Bombardment bit. Increases will damage dealt. Will damage, so that's towards like stagger damage. Using most aerial attacks by 20%. Also increases maximum number of stomps from 2 to 3 or 6 if ability is mastered. Wait, how many stomps? Hold on. Let's go to abilities. I haven't looked at any of these in a real long time. I think that we probably mastered them all. What even was this? Ignition. That was ignition. There weren't any like, yeah, this is just basic dodging. Yeah, there's nothing else to... I just want to make sure that I didn't fail to master anything in here, because these abilities I've had for so long now. Yeah, just throw a magic spell. Okay, the next thing that we wanted to save up for was... That's mastery, but I wanted... That's mastery. Mastery. Yes, Flames of Rebirth. So we want 2,300, and we're about halfway there. Little bit more than halfway. Because I feel like I can do 2 stomps now. Like aerial stomps. I'm so sorry. Let me just look at it one more time. Where is that specifically? Taunt. Taunt! Oh my gosh. I haven't used taunt, I don't think, ever even once. Swift recovery. Stomp. Here we go. Press A in the air. Well, it is mastered, so that's how many I've got. You'd probably take a potion. That high potion is very, very, very welcome. And obviously we can't go this way. No, okay.
Anomalous activity detected in Hangar Bay. Mobilizing Aegis units.
I was just about to switch out for lightning power because I was looking at the number of guys and be like, oh man, the lightning balls would really go well here.
We're being watched. Then let's show them what we're capable of.
Oh, I was trying to fireball him. Or charge magic him specifically. No, please. Yeah, I think we just wait for his cloud attack to end. I was gonna say, you okay, Joshua? He seemed a little bit stunned there. Okay, no, we're good. Disengagement bit. We're finding all sorts of cool new stuff. I just want to like check it out here. Gear and icons. And we'll go to this. Disengagement bit is indicates precise parry timing by temporarily changing the color of a target's display name. Increases slowdown following a successful parry by 20%. Precise parry. Oh, that's the one where you attack at the exact same moment that they do, which I have done, and almost exclusively by accident.
Transferring Sentry Prototype AM2 to Stasis Silo West.
We'll just have to hope those crystals it's sporting are as worthless as the others.
Oh my god, second time I teleported directly into that. Nope. But don't.
Follow the ether, Clive.
Right. What does that mean? Okay, right here. Damn it. Okay, that's not where I meant to go. It's the one pixel that I could stand on. No! No, that's not the right button, sorry. Okay, I want to hit this guy with everything I've got. Wow, no! I don't know where to go. The fact that he laughs at you. Well, I just don't know what to make of this.
To me!
I don't think I hit that. No, okay, it's fine. Don't. But don't go in there.
Guess we're all ready.
I think he was got. Oh, not another volley? Okay. No, stay on him.
Too slow. Enough.
Neural link lost. Re-establishing connection.
Imagine an entire war fought with these things.
The quantity of ether required to animate them all would be unfathomable. No wonder they were trying to manufacture their own crystals.
Unable to establish connection. Raising threat index.
It seems we've made an impression.
Perhaps the rest of the cages will open now.
Don't tempt fate, Joshua.
Forgive me, brother. They may not.
Primary firewalls breached. Code orange. Bypassing safety protocols. Research staff are to proceed to the nearest command zone immediately.
Imagine the people working at this facility dedicating their lives to forging these incredible weapons of war, and then the very first band of random yahoos with swords come in and just end them all.
Is that living flesh?
I'm beginning to think this whole tower is alive.
Okay, at least we got some more potions, so I'm feeling good about that. I don't like the fireball guys. Sorry, Joshua, just throwing a tantrum. Hope you didn't get, not singed, because that was a wind attack, but yeah, the fireball guys, one of the dudes, like I was trying to take out the spellcaster guy, and one of the dudes with the fireballs came over and just started like running around this area, and I don't think he was bugged out, I think he was filling it with his fireball, because he had that like swarming all around him. Well, we're definitely gonna go get this, so let's just grab it first. Oh, I don't think I have gotten it out yet because it's been a constant attack here. I really, really am enjoying the sort of marriage of sci-fi and fantasy in this area. Like, it's just super cool. Think for 1 second. We just picked up a new gear thing that I wanted to take a look at. Assailment bit. Increases rate at which damage multiplier rises while enemies are staggered, as well as increases multiplier maximum to 200%. This battle technique known as double impact is earned upon attaining the multiplier maximum. Okay, sorry. The battle technique double impact is earned upon attaining the multiplier maximum. Well, that feels like something that I'd want to do now. I don't know battle technique, if that's a permanent thing or it's just, oh, you hit 200% like in its achievement or something. Let me just take a very quick look again at how we're doing on our save up for the ability that I want. We're at 1861 and we wanted, what, 2390? So just a little bit further. That's mastery. That's mastery. Oh, Scarlet Cyclone. Well, I want to upgrade this as well. Yeah, but I really, really want this one. Oh, sorry. The other thing that I wanted to do was just switch it up. I would like to have the this ability, Bahamut. And that, can we do that in wind? And if we don't have one, then I might do that. Yeah, let's switch this out for a Bahamut ability. And then that's going to be... I don't feel like I've ever used this one. Maybe we will do that one. And then this one is... Oh, Flare Breath isn't... That's not my favorite. Let's go for... I do like Giga Flare a lot, especially since we upgraded it. And then this one, I was thinking Satellites, but do we want to try Impulse? Multiple Spheres of Flight. It is upgraded. Binding to the spot. Let's give it a shot. Trying to save up the... There we go. Mega Flare. I also like how gross it's gotten all of a sudden.
Did Tower make this as well? Or is it some sort of corruption?
I don't know, but wouldn't you say it looks oddly familiar?
Does it? Sinew and arteries all over the place? Whatever these, like, grasping hands are? Like, this is super gross, and, like, in terms of, like... Now we're into fantasy, sci-fi, and body horror all at once. Oh, I didn't expect him to come back. Charge up some Mega Flare here. Maybe get, yes, a little bit of a boost from dodging his attack. If we can do rank 3, I'd love to. Thanks, I'll be right over here. Fucking ouch! God damn! I didn't mean to miss him. No. Joshua, watch out! More hitting. No, don't, no, not that. All right, that dude was another super fun fight. Really enjoyed him. I'm sorry, just one more time. All right, and it did feel good that we completely drained the, like, Eikon meter up there at the top left. Like I made good use of it.
Initializing emergency subroutines. Diverting reactor power.
I think it's getting ready to receive us.
Ah, there's another one of those devices.
Okay, well done on the camera turn, because I'm not sure I would have seen that. I do still want to look down here because, hey man, potions.
Development log entry 750501. Average improvement of crystal resilience 492% when biological core exhibits high ethereal congruity. Specimens with a congruity rating of 7 or below are to be sent to B-level for military repurposing.
Waste not, want not.
Well, but now that we've listened to that, maybe something over here is opened up? Or maybe we always could have gone this way. I would like to try some lightning power. Sure, actually this looks like a real good set. Oh wait, that's ice. Specifically the lightning ball power is what I was thinking of. But let's do the set. Oh my! Okay, that's Joshua though. Okay, I don't want to be anywhere near that. Oh, I was looking at the other part of the screen. Okay, fireball guy's gotta go.
To me, boy. I needed that.
Okay, hopefully that's the last of their fireballs.
Help me, boy.
All of this truly was the work of the Fallen.
And then they were closer to attaining godhood than we ever imagined.
No wonder Ultima struck them down.
Wait, they were doing some big stuff here, but you guys are looking at this situation here and saying that they were attaining godhood? Because this is different imagery than I might expect. Sort of different veneer, different architecture. Yes, we will squeeze through the goop hole.
They built built an army.
I knew it was coming, and I still failed to block or dodge it.
Nice try.
Follow up? No. Really tried to dodge that. Yeah, Torgal, whatever you got, buddy.
To me, boy. Well done.
Nope, it's time for a high potion. Do anything, though. Hold on. It was not my intent to sit there doing nothing.
Tertiary firewalls breached. Code red. Code red.
The heart must be close.
Okay, thank God for those potions. I don't think I'm anywhere near... Well, I think we're close on, like, potions. We're missing 2 potions and 1 high potion is all.
There. Now's our chance.
Ominously quiet all of a sudden. Would be great. On our way in, is there, like, let's assume boss fight. Like some ads, but a big thing that we have to hit really, really hard. I think Gigaflare would probably be very helpful. Yeah, I don't think I want the Odin sword power, whatever. This does have Gigaflare, and this does have Big Fist. Yeah, if I think this is a good set. The only thing it's missing is the wind ability to, like, yank somebody down. But for a boss set, I like this set.
Unauthorized entry detected. Primary core firewalls activated. Initializing iconoclastic defense system, Omega-1.
What the hell is an iconoclastic defense system?
I have a feeling we're about to find out. And that we will not like the answer.
Containment complete. Authorizing environmental sterilization protocol.
Well, at least we know where it is this time.
Quite. And if we want it...
If we want it, all we have to do is kill an Eikon.
Safety routines disabled. Weapons armed. Stand clear.
No, boy, what the hell? Okay, I don't want to be in any of those.
Too slow. Nice try.
Okay, some of these attacks are awesome. Okay, gotta learn how to dodge that, though. Okay. Ouch!
I needed that.
That's the third time in a row. Oh, no, no, no. Hoping for some more dodgeable abilities, but I guess we didn't get there. Wow, that was horrible timing for me.
Come on.
Is it over? Please tell me it's over.
Yeah, it's fine. We did it. Good work, everybody.
Data assessment complete. Recalculating threat level. Weapon routines authorized. Rerouting core power to Omega 1.
Not yet.
And what makes you say that?
Those new arms, the one.
All right. I'm convinced.
I'm just gonna stay away until he gets tired. Like, it's too much for me. Also, this environment is boss. I really like it. This is like a Scarlet Nexus environment. Okay, but don't be under him. Ow. No, he didn't hit me with that. Just stay real still for me. I don't know where the balls are falling, is my problem. Oh, I wasn't expecting the scrape. Nope, nope, nope. I'm just staying back here. Nope. Oh, I don't like this. Nope, don't be here.
Do you feel the heat, brother? Seems like it still has some fire left in it. Nice try.
Okay. I badly misjudged what he was going to do there and took that full brunt. Torgal, I need help. Maybe I can dodge something here, charge this up a little more. No! Okay, that's not... Nope. Please, potion. Wait, he's gonna do his, like, mega attack again. I don't know where to be for this. Yeah, no, Torgal, non-stop howling, please. Okay, I don't know where to be. Right here? Oh my gosh. Don't leave any damage on the table, guys. Thank you, Joshua. Immediately laser beams him. That's my last potion. No. Oh, I really tried. Oh, boy. Okay. Back to it. Probably should have dashed in, tried to get him. I thought he was going to have some follow-ups to that. Like that follow-up. That one right there.
Safeguards removed. Commencing dimensional compression.
Why can't I? Breathe? Because it's constricting all of creation. Well then. We'd better kill it quick.
Trying, man.
Clive, we're running out of room. Just keep fighting.
I do not know that we have anything resembling the amount of damage necessary to do this. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, that was a bigger attack than I was expecting it to be.
This is going to be close.
We'll make it.
We will.
Man, is this not moving his bar very much. Nope. Oh boy.
Omega Control Unit. Offline. Initiating emergency core extraction.
Would you care to do the honors, Clive?
Gladly. For what? I thought I told you to leave this place.
What must you ruin us all? I cannot let you do that. We need these crystals. They're all we have.
And just who is this we?
We are of an ancient tribe, one of the first to lose its lands to the Blight. For countless years, we were forced to roam the Twins. A nation without a mother crystal, a people without a blessing. So we found our own. The dust crystals provide us a means to survive.
Yes, but at what cost? Like all crystals, these shards channel ether. And where do you think that ether comes from? It's sucked from the land, as a leech sucks blood from a beast.
And what? You just expect us to believe that?
No, but that doesn't make what we've told you any less true. If this heart is anything like the others, it will bleed the twins of their life force, till naught remains, naught but death.
The proof is all around. What do you think robbed your people of their home in the first place? We are trying to stop that from happening again. And this is the only way.
Fuck me. You're Sid.
You saw what happened after the Empire lost Drake's head. What do you suppose they will do when they find out, as they surely will, that there is another heart hidden right here under their noses? Your people's need will count for naught.
Damn it. It doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
But you said you didn't believe him, Chief.
I don't. But the man does have a point. There's no keeping this place a secret now. And hanging on to these crystals will only get our people killed. Have it your way then. Just promise me you'll leave my people out of it.
Stand back. It's about to get hot in here.
Breach detected. Warning. System overload. System overload. Error. Call not found. System failure imminent. System failure.
I hope we did the right thing.
We all saw the crystals fade, but what of the cages? We barely even explored half of the chambers.
Without the heart to sustain them, I doubt those still slumbering in the tower will stir now, if ever.
I hope you're right. The last thing the world needs is one of those six-legged pests running around wreaking havoc. We have more than enough two-legged pests to deal with as it is. However blameless they may claim to be.
What? Oh, two-legged. Right. Sorry. I was just wondering what I'm going to tell the village elders when we get back. I suppose I'll just beg them for forgiveness, and when that doesn't work, give them the slip and lie low for a year or two.
You're planning to run away? Again?
What? It's got us this far, hasn't it? I mean, we may have had a bit of help, like.
Kind of you to remember. Will you and your people be all right?
Oh, we've made do without before. I reckon we'll survive. And if what you said is true, it's not like the rest of the realm's going to have it much easier. Besides, one man's ordeal is another man's opportunity, as the old saying goes.
I don't recall ever hearing that one, but fine.
Now, if you don't mind, we've got places to be.
We do? I mean, we do.
Thanks for everything.
I said we've got places to be.
Back to the hideaway then. Karen and Hippocrates will want to hear about this.
I was thinking we might first return to the tower and see if we can...
Back to the hideaway, then.
With Jill and Clive. Speak with Karen in the hideaway. Yeah, we probably just leave from here directly. I don't think there's anything else in the area that we need to tend to. No, let's go... World map. Back here for sure. And I need to restock on everything. Also, on our way in, I had applied a different cosmetic to the sword, which means that we never got to see, not really, the new sword that we had done. So let me go to appearance and weapon. And I think I just put on just default weapon. So this should show us what it actually looks like. There we go.
Back, are ya? So? Did you find out where the dust crystals were coming from, or what?
It's, a long story. And perhaps one better told in the shelves.
Bloody hell. Remind me never to go poking round in any fallen ruins.
Not only a mother crystal of human creation, but an icon as well? Truly, the study of our fallen forebears is endlessly rewarding. The wonders of which they were capable never cease to amaze.
They came as something of a surprise to us, too.
You can say that again. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into when we set foot in that tower.
We only knew the old stories. Of a people so consumed by greed that they sought to overthrow the gods. And I'd hazard the thing we found in that tower was conceived for that very purpose.
Omega, the offspring of the Fallen's boundless knowledge and unchecked ambition. A dangerous combination for all concerned.
And Ultima crushed them. It was he whose secrets the Fallen coveted, let's not forget. He whom they strove to dethrone. Just as we strive to dethrone him now. Without their knowledge. And without their weapons of war.
Clive.
This power I've been given may exceed even theirs, but if I use it, as they did, who's to say things won't end the same way?
Come now, brother. I think the events of recent days have made it abundantly clear that we are not our ancestors. As well you know.
You're right. They made crystals. We destroy them.
In crafting their artificial art, the Fallen sought to emulate the divine. But that is not the path we have chosen.
No. We don't want to be gods. We just want to be free.
Well said. If one does not learn from the mistakes of the past, one is doomed to repeat them. And so, I mean to write down everything you've told me to the very last detail, that those who come after might learn from our travails, and perhaps, just perhaps, forge a brighter future for our descendants.
So we got a Dusk Shard. As if unable or unwilling to accept the loss of their mother with the destruction of the Sage Spire's heart, did all nearby dust crystals shatter and fade. Oddly, those far removed from the tower, however, do not appear to have suffered the same fate, including a particularly suspect sample Goots was gulled into buying on a recent journey to Port Isolde. They're not in what you call decent. Yeah, I did like that quote. So that's displayed in Clive's chambers. Okay, A, let's check the items. B, let's restock on potions, and then I think that was the DLC.
Clive.
Ask about the dust crystals. I also wanted to just talk through a couple thoughts on that.
So,
the Fallen did manage to make a mother crystal of their own, did they? Fat lot of good it did them. Brought the wrath of God down upon their stupid heads, then left it to their descendants to clean up the mess they left behind. You did a good job making the Sage Spire spick and span, but if that fallen heart was anything like the others, I'll wager there's plenty of shards still out there sitting in stockpiles waiting to be sold to the highest bidder. Still, they're not like to last long, shoddy things as they are, and anyone who tries to flog them as common crystals is begging to get themselves nabbed for dealing in dodgy goods.
No.
Those crystals are naught but curios now. They're part of this world's history, not its future.
Coin purse weighing you down?
Potions. I mean, it doesn't. I know it doesn't look like I got that low, but I felt really low.
It'd better all be here.
And I did use, or I thought I used a stone skin tonic, but apparently, no. All right, and then it had said new items available. I don't have a good guess as to what those would be. Yeah. Sun bracelets are worse than what we've got. Circle of Heaven is worse than what we've got. Defender is worse. Well, Defender is what we already had. And then this stuff is going to be worse.
Finished, are you?
But there was also the indication there might be something new over here.
Yep. So, will it be?
Omega weapon. Yes, please. So this is a sizable increase or improvement. I don't know how he's so ready to reforge this ancient fallen technology sword so quickly, but I'm glad for it.
No scratches, all right?
And then we might see if we can reinforce it, although again, I think purples and golds you can never reinforce. The Ouroboros. I do have enough for this. So this would be a little bit up in HP and a little bit down in defense. I'm not sure this is worth doing at this point, because I'd rather have the +5 defense over the +2 HP. And then we've got sun bracelets, which are not as good as what we've got. Sons of Ouroboros, we can get a stained loincloth from somebody. Hey, Goots, what do you got on you? Let's do check to see if there's... Oh, we can reforge the, or improve the fallen bracelets. Yes, please, let's do that.
Yeah, that should do.
And then if we can do it again...
You can thank me later.
I'll thank you now. Thank you very much. That was great. And then we're going to do this. The fallen belt.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later.
And then I think that's everything for now. I still wonder, maybe it was an orchestrion roll from Karen. And I just want to take a quick look at our curio wall here. Wall of Memories. The emblem of the Vale, Northreach's far-famed House of Ill Repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap against the opposing sides of the Great Wall. However, the Vale's proprietor Isabel knows it best as a safe haven in a storm. The town that took in her and the man she loved when the rest of the world shunned them. Then we've got the rusted battle helm, Archduke Elwin's helm, worn in his victorious campaign to quell the Northern Uprising, and later laid to rest upon his memorial stone. Now it sleeps in Clive's chambers, a constant reminder of the bravery and selflessness of the man in whose footsteps he and his brother mean to follow. I just hope that it's understood that this is very much shared with Joshua. It might be in Clive's quarters, but it belongs to Joshua as well. Snow Daisy Garland, I really like this when Jill gave this to him. A fragrant diadem, I might be mispronouncing that, hand-woven by Jill from flowers picked on the shores of Olifist Bay. The garland rekindles memories of a more innocent time and speaks of a love that can never fade. The model airship, this is so cool, by the way. Mid's dangerous dream of flight, immortalized in miniature. Though the experiment ended in failure, Mid has allowed Clive to keep hold of the model so that once her renown has grown, he might sell the piece for an exorbitant amount of gil. The Triunity Accord, signed in port and sold by representatives from Rosaria, Dalmekia, and Senbrek. This mutual accord sets the stage for a new age in storm, if not officially, then at least in spirit. Stolas quill. This was so cool. Like if somebody gave me a quill like with this kind of story, it would be behind glass. Loresman Harpocrates' best-loved writing implement, whose ink has penned many a learned tome. It is said that the long quills of the Stolas become imbued with the wishes it hears over its long lifetime, the words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So should the day come that Clive puts down his sword and picks up the pen, he shall not find his one and only insurmountable enemy in writer's block. I really like the quill. That was so awesome. Scholar's Bonnet. Vivian Ninetail's academic cap, awarded to her upon her graduation from the University of Canver. Now Vivian shares her learning with Clive. The gift of the bonnet serving as a pledge that so long as they remain together, her knowledge shall be as much his as it is her own. Winter's Mead, a gift from Gav. This potent potable is made from honey collected in the Northern Territory's short summers and fermented slowly over the next 6 moons. Despite an obvious inability to hold his drink, Gav has insisted that he be allowed to share the bottle when the time comes to crack the seal. And then we've got 2 more. Charred Sparring Sword. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by Torgal in the aftermath of the Ironblood invasion and hidden at Clive's original hideaway, the Rookery. It is a reminder of who Clive once was and who he has become, as well as of the unbreakable bond between lifelong friends. And then this is the Dusk Shard, a subtle reflection of mankind, fiery yet flawed, brilliant yet brittle, and its future, clear yet clouded. How the crystal endures despite its mother having faded is perhaps a sign of hope for us all. And on this note, let's take the story at its word, that the ancients wanted to supplant the gods, they wanted to reach godhood and immortality and bear their own mother crystals and all of that. I would just submit that there could be an alternate reading of it, that they also knew of Ultima. They wanted to learn how to mimic the power of the Mother Crystal because they figured it would give them their best shot at defeating a god in Ultima, god in quotation here, that they understood to be malevolent and to be harvesting them for its own purposes. So rather than going the route of destroying the crystals, they were trying to make that power into their own, figuring that turning the power of the gods against them was their best chance at success. When it was not successful, then the mythology around it became they reached too high, they strove too far, their hubris was their undoing, as a lesson that spread to never ever try that again. Probably, one might think, propagated by Ultima or others of his kind to try to see to it that although mankind has free will, they don't have the temerity to try to rise up again. Clive and his friends have taken the opposite approach, which is to destroy the mother crystals, whether we want to call them weapons or tools of Ultima, but take them right out of play to weaken Ultima rather than trying to learn from them and make their power their own. So and by the way, if Clive and friends were to fail, wouldn't the mythology around this be look at the hubris of mankind destroying the gifts given to them by the gods, wantonly wreaking havoc across the land because they think they know better than the deities. It's always a way to twist a failed campaign into one of foolishness and greed and ignorance. And we don't get to talk to the Fallen to know what it was that they were trying to do exactly. Based on what we see in there, they had what appears to be a fairly high level of sophisticated technology that was married in magic, and just from the vision of it, the spectacle of it, what appeared to have been a heart of a crystal that was powering that slumbering facility, waiting to be awoken by masters that are now generations and eons dead. But when the environment here in Valisthea changed, they said it was with the changing of the skies, something changed about the crystal so that it started spawning and replicating those dust crystals all over the place, and the facility was rapidly becoming overgrown. But then on the higher levels, it was all of this like flesh and blood, artery, sinew, and cartilage all over the place. I just thought that was, I don't know what to make of that. It was just super cool to ascend the tower and to find the environment changing around them as it went. So yeah, in terms of more tantalizing hints about who the Fallen were and what they were up to, and I will, pending additional information, just accept Clive and his friends read. But again, they are always looking through it through the dogma upon which they were raised, and I'm looking through it and the dogma through which I was raised. So it's just interesting how we might come to different outcomes on that. So for the next episode, I think we're going to read in Clive's journal. We'll take a look to see what all is in there, but that should kick off the next DLC, and we'll call it there. That's it, and we will catch you in the next one.